Hello everybody, Big Beardy back again with another video, and I've not done one of these in a while. I stopped doing them because they took up a lot of time, but I thought I would do one just because we're in lockdown 2.0 and I wanted to show people what was going on and how things are. So it's 10 o'clock, I'm in Ramsgate. Had a nice job this morning, picked up at 5, was out of the depot by 5:30, straight down to Ramsgate, 180 quid in the back pocket. So not a bad start to Monday morning. I'm nearly on my minimum goal. 20 quid would do it. But I'm about 180, 90 miles away from home. So hopefully I can get something going home because I want to be home tonight. But I put 100 quid in the tank already. I made a mistake. I made a big mistake. I broke my own goddamn rule, didn't I? So usually I fill up my tank on a Friday afternoon. On the way home from my last job, there's a petrol station down the road from me. I fill up on the way back. That way, Monday morning, I know I'm good to go. This morning, I got in the van and realised I forgot to. There was only 80 miles left in the tank. By the time I picked up and got to the nearest petrol station, I had like 15 miles left in my tank. It was squeaky bum time, I'll be honest. So I put 30 quid in there because it was quite expensive at that petrol station. Then I drove about an hour and then put another 70 quid in. So now I'm full. I've driven all the rest of the way to Ramsgate, and I've still got like 480 miles on the clock. So I should have plenty of fuel for the rest of the day and tomorrow, hopefully, most of tomorrow. So yeah, that's what's happening. I'm going to show you where I'm going to be going, what I've been doing. So, you know, not a bad start to a Monday. Usually Monday's my quiet day. If nothing pings early on a Monday, I sort of, well, I don't take the day off, but I do paperwork and I do the YouTube stuff and I do various other things. But today, job got given to me, nice early start. You know, it's 10 o'clock in the morning and I'm on a good whack of cash. So let's see what else we can get. I've bid on a few jobs here. There's not a lot pinging here. Ramsgate's sort of, it's quite a quiet area. So if I don't get anything in the next half an hour, I'll probably move towards London, 20 miles towards London, just so it can be in the sort of radar so I can start seeing jobs that are in that area. I don't like moving around anymore. I used to all the time when I first started. But now I just sit where I am because a job will ping. You just sometimes got to be a little bit patient. But with everything that's going on, I've sort of had to change my tactics, and I'm trying. You know, you've got to go where the work is. I could sit here all day and not another job ping, or I could move 20 miles and have London in the scope and plenty of work. So I don't like doing it, but with everything that's going on, it's sort of a needs must. So that's the plan for today. I'll let you know how things go and I'll show you what I'm up to. Right, I'll see you in a minute. So people, my gamble to move towards London has not paid off at all. I don't think I'm in a worse position, but there's very little work, and problem is when you have little work around and there's a lot of people, it compounds the situation. If you've got not much work around and there's not many drivers around, you all sort of keep bidding what you normally would bid, and eventually you'll get a job and so on and so forth. That's why rural areas, if you live in rural areas, you get to learn the area and you can sort of have a price and stick to it. It's sort of how I work. Problem when there's not a lot of work around and you're somewhere like London, and I should have thought of this before, but I wasn't thinking straight, is it compounds the problem with London. Work goes super cheap in London. Anyone who doesn't live in London, who gets to London, finds it very difficult to win work for a couple of reasons. One is there's an awful lot of competition, and two, that competition generally goes very cheap compared to Birmingham, London, Manchester, up north, Bristol, anywhere else in the country. It seems to go a lot cheaper. Now, if you're put in the situation where there's very little work, everyone's going to go cheap. Because if you can't win, you know, if you've got loads of jobs and you're bidding on them all, then it's not too bad because there's, you know, you'll get one. When there's next to nothing, the people that are going cheap thinking, I need to win a job, so I'm going to go another tenner cheaper. A job that should sell for 50 quid anywhere else will sell for like 30 quid in London. And if everyone else is realising there's no work around, it's selling for 20 quid. And for the rest of us who don't live in La La Land and can't survive off that sort of money, because no one really can, I don't know how they do it, it's just not worth it. So what do you do? So I've been sat here now. It's what time is it? I can't see. It's about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I've got nothing for the rest of the day. And it's almost, shall I run home empty? Don't want to. I really don't want to. I hate running home empty. In normal times, pre-lockdown, I would maybe run home empty from London, or run home this distance from anywhere once every 3 months. At the moment, it's like once a week. There's just nothing, and it's, excuse me, I've just had lunch. It's going back to the video I did earlier about it going quiet. Lockdown 2 has grabbed us, and this is the effects. So, like I said, I've been sat here for a couple of hours, maybe an hour and a half, hour. Change my mind every 5 seconds, but and I've probably had 20 jobs ping up, and none of them good for me. None of them really anything special. A lot of them saying backhaul rates because some shippers are arseholes. I'll be honest, not all. Some shippers are great, don't get me wrong, but some just think, here's an opportunity to make some more money. So that's where I'm at. I'll let you know if I get anything, but at the moment I might go for a walk. There's just nothing around. Go and stretch my legs. Or do I start making my way home? These are the dilemmas you have when you're waiting for work. There's work you don't even think about. You just get on with it. But I'll let you know how it goes. Alright, people. I've done it. I've called it a day. There's just nothing. And usually I would hang around. I would. But it's just so quiet. I think there's more jobs pinging in bloody Norfolk than there is in London. So I've sort of gone, no, that's me done for the day. I say that, if a job pops up, take me home or anything, I'll take it, but it's just, I just checked on the CX app. They've got a thing where you can have a look and see who's around you, and it tells you if they've got work or not. And it's just a sea of green, and green on that means they're empty, they're looking for work. There's just a sea of green on there, and a job popping every 25 minutes, and they're not good jobs. A lot of them are little crappy jobs, or not just. So I'm going home. I don't like doing this. I don't want to do it, but I got it. I'm pig sick of today, I'll be honest. I don't usually get like this. I'm usually quite upbeat and I'm happy chappy, but today has just been, at least I've made a bit of money. I've made alright money on the way down. I just hate driving back empty. It's just a waste. But that's life. Let's see what tomorrow brings, shall we? Alright guys, Tuesday morning now. It's 9:30 and I've got a nice job up to Carlisle, 275 mile. £1 a mile. I will take that. That's from one of my regulars. I have a really good relationship with them. They give me lots of good work. We don't even haggle over price or anything more. They know what they want. I know what I want. And they just message me, free tomorrow? Yep, all right, I'll put it through to you. And that's generally how that conversation goes. Takes a long time to build that sort of relationship up with a shipper or a customer, but when you get to that point, it's really beneficial because you don't even have to struggle. But yeah, I'm going up to Carlisle, 275 mile. So like I say, 200 quid's a alright day. That's my target. 250 is a good day. 300 is a great day. I'm nearly at 300 already. I should be there about 11 o'clock. Well, I've just stopped for something to eat because I'm starving and I've got to get some petrol. So by the time I'm unloaded, it'll probably be about 12:30-ish. And Carlisle, I've never been to Carlisle, so I don't know how busy it is. But I know I don't want to do what I did yesterday and necessarily have to travel to somewhere where I know there's work and then there not be work. But we'll see how it goes. I might have to go to Manchester. Manchester seems still busy, so I'm not worried. I know I'll get a second job. It just depends where I end up. But yeah, it's nice to have a good job in the bank. I was thinking about this earlier as well, about obviously I did that video, what the question Steve gave about strategies, and when is it, with everything that's going on, is it worth taking these like sort of 100-mile jobs with the thought of you not getting a job back? Let's say I went to Carlisle today and drove back empty. I'm still on about 180, 190 profit, which isn't bad, because of that extra 70 quid that pays the sort of, you know, it's going to be a full tank of petrol there and back, which is about 70, 80, 90 quid. So I'm going to be on about 180. For a day's work, that's not bad. But yesterday, when I did £180 for like 180 mile or wherever it was, and then drove back empty, I've done 360 miles for 180 quid. Then it's not profitable, because my profit for the day after you take petrol out is about 100 quid. Which, don't get me wrong, isn't bad money in the grand scheme of things, but it's not the sort of money I want to be making. I want to be making more. I set my sights a little bit higher than that. So yeah, I'm going to go off now. Just finish this coffee. I need a break. Like I said, I'm tired this morning. Really tired. But I need a break, and then I'm going to be 2 hours to Carlisle, unload, and I'll let you know if I get anything. Let's have a look. Alright guys, it's Wednesday now, and as you can hear, I'm by the seaside. I don't know how well you can hear me, but I'll give you a little tour. I'm just on the beach, right by the sea. I'm up in Seaham near Newcastle, Sunderland, that area. 2 o'clock start this morning, good money, 300 for the day. Well, for this journey up here, which I can't complain about at all. I'm just trying to get a second job, hopefully taking me somewhere near home, or just to make this a real good day, because I started at 2. I did my last drop was at 11:30, so I've still got plenty of the day left. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll let you know if I get anything else. So I am in Hartlepool, and I've had one of those annoying situations. It does me nothing, and I probably look terrible right now because I'm absolutely shattered. I've had 3 early starts in a row, and it's taken its toll on me now. But what happened is, I was in Seaham, where it is, just south of Sunderland. Job pops up, Hartlepool down to just south of Cambridge, Bedfordshire or Bedford or wherever, around that area. I put a good bid on. You know, it wasn't a lot of money, but it was getting me home, and I was going to drop it off and then eat the mileage to get home and have a proper night's sleep. And so I drive down. It's, what, 30-minute drive it was to get there. Sit waiting to be loaded. Sit there for 20 minutes, and then I get the phone call. It's been cancelled. Can't tell you how fucking frustrating that is, because Hartlepool does not have half as many jobs pinging as Newcastle. And now I know the northeast is quiet, Newcastle is generally quiet, but there are jobs pinging there today, and for me to go and get them, I've got to drive 40 to 45 minutes back to Newcastle to come back the way I am, because they're all going south, and I'm just too tired. I don't know if I can face just driving 45 minutes in the direction I don't want to really be going. So, because I'm tired. Usually I would, don't get me wrong, usually I would, but I've had a very busy start to the week. So, oh, and this brings on to another thing. With the video I did the other day about, is it quiet or more quiet than usual? And obviously if you're watching this, you're thinking, well, Beardy, you've got quite a bit of work going on. The first thing I think I ever said on my first video was the CX is a stepping stone, and I'm saying that again now because I'm busy because of shippers and customers giving me work that isn't on the CX. And the reason why I say it's a stepping stone is because these customers and shippers that I'm getting this work from, I met and got their contacts and built relationships with them via the CX. I met them first through the CX, or made contact first through the CX. worked with them, built relationships, and now they phone me directly and go, here's the job, can you do it? If I say no, it goes on the CX, but they come to me directly first and give me a good price. So that's why I've said from the beginning, when people say, oh, should you join a CX, how do you use it, and all this other stuff, I always say it's a stepping stone. Build contacts. It's a great way of building contacts. If you're just going to use the CX and literally just bid on jobs in the CX, and you're doing that after 2 years, you're doing it wrong. Yes, I still use the CX regularly, like this job that just bloody cancelled on me. Yes, I use it for backhaul jobs, but you need to build those customers. So that's the situation. I am up in Hartlepool, no job. It's cold. I'm very cold. You probably can see I'm very tired. I just want to go home now. I want to get in my bed and have a nice long sleep, possibly take tomorrow off. The alternative is I don't do that and I stay where I am if no jobs ping up, and then get a job going south in the morning and then see where the day takes me. But at the moment I'm a bit... When that job cancelled, it made me a bit pig sick, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. But these things happen. You've got to take the rough with the smooth. But I'm still doing it. I'm still the big beardy one. Right, so yeah, I'll let you know what happens probably in the morning, because I don't want to do anything now. Apart from hopefully get a job home. We'll see. Maybe one of those nice COVID ones going to Norfolk. There seems to be a lot of them about at the moment. Maybe one of them will pick up. No, my luck it won't. But hey, you can only wish. So I'll see you in the morning. So it's Thursday. It's 12 o'clock, and as you can tell, I'm at home. Not from lack of work being out there. I will say that first of all. I was offered a job this morning, but it was to pick up at 4 in the morning, and I didn't get home till like 12 o'clock last night. Had very little sleep, and was just far too tired to get up that early. Then was offered another job which was picking up at 9, which wouldn't have been too bad, but it was a very short job and it really wasn't worth it. I knew where I was going to, quiet area, and I thought, actually, I've worked really hard, I'm going to give myself the day. I'm doing something I don't usually do, because during the week I would, if I'm not in the van, I would at least do paperwork or get on the computer and do certain bits. I've obviously got this new channel I'm looking to launch, so I'll do bits of that, but I said no. I'm having the day off. I'm doing nothing. So that's what I'm doing today. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I've worked so hard the last 3 days and had such little sleep, I need to reset the clock. So I'll work tomorrow, hopefully have a really good day tomorrow. I'm on good money for this week. I got a little 80 quid, £100 job going home. So I paid for the petrol. So yesterday I was on, 400 for the day, which, like I said, isn't the norm. Most people, before you start jumping on it, oh, you can't make that much a day. You can, but you got to work bloody hard to make that much money. And obviously, having your own suppliers and shippers who are giving you really good work helps an awful lot. Just jumping on the CX and expecting to make that much money is not going to happen. You've got to work at it. So, like I said, I'm going to chill today. Hopefully get some good work tomorrow. Round up the week. Good bit of profit for the week. Yeah, like I said yesterday, the only reason I'm doing so well at the moment, and I'm working hard for it, is because I've got shippers and customers phoning me directly, and luckily enough they are still running. It's weird actually, because lockdown 1 has had the effect of some customers that would be shut or would be quiet this time of year normally are actually still busy, because they had to shut for lockdown 1 and they haven't necessarily had to shut for lockdown 2, because it doesn't even seem like to be the same rules for this one. So they're actually going strong in a time when they would be dead. So you take what you can get, right? I'll speak to you tomorrow and let you know what we've got. All right, guys. So it's Friday now. It's 2:30 on Friday. Had a lovely rest yesterday. I really needed it. I was in bits all day. My brain just didn't work properly. I was obviously very sleep deprived, so I needed that rest yesterday. But it's Friday now, it's 2:30, and I've had a bit of a good day today. Not necessarily money-wise, but sort of how it's all fallen. I've got a job to Cambridge, which paid all right, through a customer of mine, and then got a job back to Wyndham, or Wymondham, as it's spelled. Bloody annoying for me, I'm dyslexic, so I'm reading weird places. Wales, just don't even get me started trying to read place names. So I got back to there. I used to work in Wyndham. Oh, wait, I'm saying it now. Wyndham, not long ago. So I got a job back to there. It's 2:30, and I've got that little dilemma. It's which you only really get on a Friday afternoon. Is, do I try and get another job? And if it's going anywhere that's significant distance, what do I do? Because I'm going to be running home empty. There's not a lot of work on Saturdays, so you sort of got to make that decision on Friday. Do you want to be home, or do you want to run home empty, or do you want to chance it? I have before chanced it, and it didn't go well. So, or do I just go home and see if anything local pops up? Because I'm, what am I, 10 miles from Norwich? I live the other side of Norwich. So, but then again, it's like, do I just go home and chill? By the time I'm home, it'll be about 3:15. Kids will be home. Spend a bit of time with them, maybe. I don't usually cut off early, but when it's sort of falling like this, you might have to. So, yeah, it's been a good week. Let's summarise this week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was mental. Monday was like a 5 o'clock pickup, so I was up at 4:30. Tuesday the same, I think, or it was a 4 o'clock pickup or something like that. And then Wednesday was a 2 a.m. pickup. I was up at 1:30 after only about 2 hours sleep. All long jobs. But like I said, very quiet out there. The jobs, my good jobs from my customers are serving me really well at the moment. It's the other stuff. It's the getting the second and third job. And the thing is, if you've been in this game for a long time and doing it, that second and third job is the difference, really. That first job, that's your petrol paid, that's your food for the day, that's your, wear and tear paid, and then a bit on top, hopefully. That second and third job is all pure profit, hopefully, by that point. And if you're not getting them, it hurts. Wednesday weren't too bad. I had a job cancelled for like 20 quid after I did my first job. Was a big job, 300 quid. Great day. Then my second job got cancelled, so I got 20 quid for that because cancellation fee. And my third job was 80 quid. And it got me halfway home. And I was like, right, I'm going home then. But Wednesday was a mental day. Did my nothing. So yeah, that's been my week really. It's not a bad week. I've hit my target for a week. But the downside of this week, and this is where I think the issue is that because there's not as much work as usual, I think people will start doing a lot more dead miles and bidding a lot lower, which means your profit goes down and your bottom line goes up, your expenditure goes up, which that's where that squeeze comes in of how much money you're making. Try not to do the dead miles. I did far too many dead miles this week. I did, far too many. But I had the dilemma of, do I stay where I am and not get the dead miles, or do I run home and do a fair bit of dead miles, but I know I've got a really good paying job when I get home. So yeah, so a bit of a mental week. Gonna chill out now for the weekend. I've actually got to get my loft for the weekend because we're getting a new boiler put in. Ours packed up, so I've got to move some stuff in the loft so they can get there. So that's my fun for the weekend, and I've got a load of recording to do for both channels. I've been trying to get my new channel up and running, record stuff, but I need to be in front of the computer to do a lot of the stuff on that new channel, and I just haven't had the opportunity. So I'm gonna hopefully get some videos and get that channel launched next week, so keep an eye out. I don't know if it will be next week, it might be the week after. I want to get a load of content together for it, basically. Let me talk about it, okay? I want to get a load of content together so that when I launch it, I don't have to be like, with this channel, I sort of do it as I'm on the go. Can't do it with that one. So when it's launched, it's sort of can run itself for the next month and a half before I've got to record anything else. That's the plan. Don't know if it's going to work or not. But so keep an eye out. It's called The Big Beardy Show, by the way. That's what it's called. Big Beardy Show, the Big Beardy one. So yeah, that's been my week. It's been a weird one. It's not been a normal week by any stretch of imagination. Not necessarily because of the lockdown. It's just been one of those weeks that it's been a game of two halves. So first half of the week was mental, and the second half has not been. But then again, you don't get a normal week doing this job unless you're multi-dropping, when it's just go to the thing, pick up the parcels, drop them off. But you know. And that's one of the beauties of this job. You sort of, you don't know where you're going to be and what you're going to do the next day. And that's why I sort of love it. Maybe I'm a bit sadistic. I don't know. Anyway, Please like, comment and subscribe. Let me know what's going on your end, how things are around the UK where you are. And as always, be safe out there and have a great week, great weekend and a great day.